Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in the landslide-affected area of Wayanad, where the recent natural disaster has caused significant damage and disruption. Amidst the ongoing recovery efforts, the Prime Minister is being briefed on the extensive evacuation operations underway. His visit underscores the government's commitment to addressing the crisis and providing necessary support. Joining him are Governor Arif Muhammad Khan, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, and Union Minister Suresh Gopi. Together, they are assessing the situation on the ground and ensuring that every possible measure is being taken to aid those affected. Their presence reflects a united front in the face of this disaster, as leaders work collaboratively to coordinate relief efforts and support the recovery process. The Supreme Court granted bail to Mr. Manish Sisodia in the corruption and money laundering cases connected to the alleged excise policy scam. The court highlighted that Mr. Sisodia's prolonged incarceration of 17 months without trial had deprived him of his fundamental right to a speedy trial. Reacting to the situation, Mr. Sisodia spoke about AAP chief and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who is also in jail in connection with the same case. He referred to Mr. Kejriwal as the symbol of honesty in the country. The Supreme Court's decision has sparked discussions about the importance of speedy justice and the impact of prolonged detention without trial. In Kolkata, the tragic incident of an alleged rape and murder of a junior woman doctor at Arjikar Medical College and Hospital has sparked widespread outrage. On Saturday, the protest spread to most state-run medical colleges and hospitals across West Bengal. Demanding justice for the victim and calling for enhanced safety on hospital premises, junior doctors, resident doctors, house staff, interns, and postgraduate trainee doctors have initiated a cease work protest. At Calcutta Medical College, NRS Medical College, National Medical College, Sagar Datta Medical College, and several other hospitals, the strike is in full swing. The only departments still functioning are emergency and in-house patient services. Meanwhile, at the heart of the protest, junior doctors at Arjikar Medical College and Hospital have gathered at the main gate, raising their voices with slogans like, "No safety, no duty." In a significant move, as many as 50 opposition MPs have signed a resolution to bring a no-confidence motion against Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar. Sources reveal that this motion is being brought under Article 67(b) of the Indian Constitution, which allows for the removal of the Vice President by a resolution passed by an effective majority in the Rajya Sabha and agreed upon by the Lok Sabha with a simple majority. The decision comes at a time when the relationship between the opposition and Rajya Sabha chairman Mr. Dhankar has reached a new low, marked by frequent clashes. The opposition's resolution is based on 3 key points. Firstly, they argue that there is a stark lack of space and time for them to express their views in the House. They point to what they describe as a violation of parliamentary convention, where the leader of the opposition, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, is routinely denied the opportunity to speak, with his microphone often being turned off. This unprecedented move by the opposition could mark a significant shift in the dynamics of the Indian Parliament. Chief Justice of India, CJI, D.Y. Chandrachud made a significant statement recently, attributing the rise in court cases to increased public faith in the judiciary. CJI Chandrachud remarked, "The number of court cases has risen because people's faith in the judicial system has grown. We need to enhance our infrastructure and adopt new methods to handle this increase effectively." He praised the recently adopted Lok Adalat system, which has successfully cleared approximately 1,000 cases in just 5 days. This system has proven to be beneficial, allowing us to resolve a larger number of cases swiftly, he added.